It's calling me.
Rob Shear, can I call you later?
And take 2. Take 3. This is the one. Hi, I'm Noah Gladstone. I'm a music producer and musician contractor here in Los Angeles, as well as one of the co-owners of Hollywood Scoring. When you need to book a recording session with our incredible studio musicians here in Hollywood, I can help hire the orchestra, build a budget for you, engage a recording studio, source an engineer, and handle all of the logistics to make your recording sessions a success. For more than 20 years, I've worked across the music industry, and along with my partners at Hollywood Scoring, we've built a vertically integrated production company that supports every stage of the musical process, from original composition to recording in our own scoring facility, through refined production processes and delivery. And while I'd love to talk to you all about our broader work, today, I want to zero in on what you need to know about recording video games in Los Angeles. Hollywood Scoring has been working with top video game companies for many years now, producing and partnering with them to facilitate the high-quality musical content that you've all come to expect from modern gaming. But how did we get here? Los Angeles has had a long tradition of recording scores dating back to the 1920s, with the advent of synchronized sound. Over the past 9 years, we've refined our process, workflow, scoring stages, and musician network. And as most are aware, that accumulated knowledge and infrastructure makes Los Angeles an ideal place to record music. In the early 2000s, video game scoring was a growing sector of music scoring in Los Angeles. Under a very flexible agreement with the American Federation of Musicians, the AFM, around 2012, however, there was an industry-wide falling out, followed by a contract change to the AFM Interactive Media Agreement. And as a result, many projects that had traditionally recorded here, along with entire companies, began exploring recording options around the world. Concerned musicians, myself included, came together to propose solutions to refinements to that AFM agreement so that companies could once again feel comfortable recording in Los Angeles. And this agreement, being a national agreement, also allows them to record in their own cities under this AFM agreement. It took significant time and effort through lobbying and strong support from the local musician community, many of whom are passionate about video game work and gamers themselves. We were able to establish a new agreement in 2018 with the American Federation of Musicians. This updated agreement incorporated many structural changes better suited to the modern video game industry. Although this agreement has been in place since 2018, surprisingly, many people still don't know it exists. So I wanted to take the time to highlight the key points and walk everyone through what this contract actually says. So let's start with the most important part. Everybody wants to know, is this a buyout? And the answer is, well, it's a modified franchise buyout. The actual wording in the contract reads as follows. Additional use of music. For the purpose of this agreement, any additional use of music recorded under this agreement, i.e. the sound recording and music preparation services, for any purpose shall require no additional compensation, except in the following specific instances. Number 1. Use in theatrical and television motion picture films, whether linear or new media productions, that's streaming services. Number 2, use in live television. Or number 3, use in a non-franchise commercial agreement. So what does all of this mean? Well, for all intents and purposes, this functions as a buyout, unless of course you plan on using your game score in a motion picture or television series as the underscore, which we all know is very, very unlikely due to the way that the game scores are recorded. You could always re-record those also. Promotional use is another expanded thing in this agreement. Music recorded under this agreement may be used without any additional payment for electronic press kits, advertising, review purposes, or otherwise solely to promote the product in which the music was recorded or used. Filming at sessions for making of, promos, for those uses, and other inclusion as value-added content with product software is also permitted without additional payment. So what does this mean? It means that you can capture all of the incredible behind-the-scenes footage of musicians in our historic scoring stages recording your music for your game. Footage you can share with your fans to show them the craft that goes into building the music for their favorite games. Scoring has become as intricate as top blockbuster films, and in a world of expanding media, showcasing the humans recording your music can be an incredibly valuable asset. How many minutes of music can you record under this agreement? Well, under this agreement, there is no limitation on the number of minutes that can be recorded during or used from a session. Our recording sessions are a minimum of 3 hours long, and we have some of the finest studio musicians in the world. Musicians who are incredibly fast and efficient at what they do in any style of music. AFM agreements for motion pictures and television do charge additional fees for soundtrack releases. However, under this video game agreement, the soundtrack is included for free. Here's what it says. The release of musical soundtrack does not trigger any additional payments to musicians. Simple as that. Now, I'm sure another big question is, how much does a session cost? And for musicians, there's actually a discount structure based on the number of players that you hire. The more players, the bigger the price break. So for 25 or more musicians, the rate is $300 per musician. That's a 3-hour session, so $100 an hour. For 24 or fewer musicians, it's $345 per musician for a 3-hour session. If you have a low budget project defined as $5 million or less, there's an additional 15% discount applied. Startups and mobile games, maybe that applies to you. If you want to book a video game session in LA or are curious about the finer points, please reach out and we'll guide you through the process. We'll work together, help you build a budget, figure out the best way to allocate your funds to ensure that you're getting the most value for your dollar. You provide the details, how many minutes of music you need, instrumentation, studio preferences, scheduling considerations, all of that factors in. And once the budget's approved, we can put out the calls to all of the players, book the engineers, secure a studio, and handle all of the necessary paperwork. Then your session happens. It's a beautiful process. So come record with us and get the legendary Hollywood sound that your project deserves. Thanks for watching.